Aruna, do you really see a sort of a change in his attitude when he's at home as compared to when he's out of India?
It's okay. There are two Anands. One is while he's at a tournament and while he's at home. Generally, you can already see when a tournament is approaching, like 3 days before a tournament. Even while we are at home, you can see already the tension is slowly building up. His sleep patterns are changing already, and more, he's looking forward to getting to the tournament. But at the same time, you know that suddenly you're going to be very tense under a lot of pressure. Your body's telling, I don't want to go through it again. So you can already see that, as you get nearer to the tournament, he's very excited, but you can see the tension is slowly rising. But when he's at home, he's very different. And generally after a tournament, he can be incredibly lazy. Just getting him to wake up from the sofa and come to the dining table is an ordeal. In fact, we hardly even use the dining table. We just eat on the sofa. So when we have guests over for the first time, they're always looking at us thinking, what's wrong with these two people? We watch TV on the sofa, we eat on the sofa. Because after so much of tension, it takes a lot of energy to come back to normal. And the day a tournament gets over, he cannot sleep in the night. He's like buzzing like a bee all the time, round and round.
Well, one of the nice things about traveling is that you get to try a lot of different cuisines. That's something I enjoy a lot. So, and once in a while, when I come back, we'll try and recreate some of that stuff. Right now, I'm going to just do a fast noodles. Occasionally, we make some rice together or something like that, like paella from Spain. But today, just some instant noodles. Well, that was fast. That was easy. Won't win any prizes, but I'm going to have a quick tuck.
Do you ever cook for your wife when you're back home?
Not too much, no. What have I cooked you 2-3 meals in our marriage?
2-3? No,
but I make a sincere effort. We well, not you're too harsh. I made one rice with you. So.
No, but Anand follows recipes very well. He will not see whether the food is cooked, but he'll follow the recipe.
What was going through your mind when he was playing his final game of the championship with perhaps just a draw needed to ensure a win or a victory in the championship?
Okay, there was a lot of expectation in everything. And Kramnik knew exactly what Anand wanted. And somehow everybody was so caught up in the moment when it actually happened. It took us 1 second to realize, my God, he's already world champion again. Because suddenly we looked up because the position was not completely drawn at that point. And they both were talking, and then we realized it was actually over. Then I went backstage, and Anand came off the stage, and first thing we just looked at each other, and I said, so? He says, it's over. I am world champion, and it's over. And then it took us some time to sink in, because somehow you work towards a goal, and when it actually happens, the first 5 minutes, you don't know what to do with yourself. Either you're just too happy or too tired. You don't know what to do with yourself.
I'm sure anybody who remembers school exams will know this feeling. It says there are 800,000 seconds before the school holidays start, summer holidays start or something. That kind of thing. And I just drove myself nuts. By the time he offered the draw, I had the feeling that would come any minute because his position's even slightly worse. But then at some point he offered a draw, and I thought I should look dignified and pause for 2 seconds before. Shouldn't be like your hands waiting halfway at the room. Anytime you want to draw, just reach out and touch my hand. No? But when he offered the draw, then I paused for a second and then sort of darted across. Yeah.
How would you measure your success in comparison to other sports? Perhaps would you call this success of yours or this particular victory of yours as equivalent to a Grand Slam win in tennis?
It must be up there. I mean, to win the World Chess Championship, to defend it 2 years in a row, must be comparable to the most important competition in every sport. That's simply how it is. And both I must say, before Mexico and before Bonn, I had looking back, I can say that I had the right attitude and it worked well.
All right, with that, it's time for a short break now. When we come back, we'll have Vishwanathan Anand's parents with him, competing with him in a game of cards. Stay right there.